Uh, okay, so this is Saturday. Good morning, guys, and this is my favorite part of the week. This is where we get into a deep dive of analysis. So, um, here is where we now use all the pairs. Okay, so first of all, we we try to see how the market closed. That's the most important part. So you can see NZD USD price went bullish. So since price has gone bullish and we were looking for sales, let me first take a snap of this. Mm, Price went bullish on the daily time frame. We are looking for sales. So the only way we can sell this is if price breaks below this level and goes bearish, okay? Meaning I need price to make a new lower, higher low, and then a new higher high so it can shift and then I can sell. This is what I need price to do. But for price to just do to make this move, this will be a all week setup. Okay. So in this case, since this is what I'm looking for, and it means I have to wait a bit longer, this already goes to my next week thing. Uh, we just put it to pending. Then this is NZD card. Do you remember we we wanted to buy? Okay, so we wanted to buy, but then price ended up not buying at this level where we anticipated, and it broke above this zone. So this is fine. We can just now look for buys at this level. So this one can still stay with us. There's nothing wrong with this one. We've just updated now. Our higher low was this level. Now our new higher low is this one, and our new higher high is this point. This was our new higher high. But you can see price has broken above this. So you can see price has finally broken above with this zone here. So this break makes everything bullish, but this becomes my higher low now. This level here. Meaning once price breaks above below this zone, my trade is gone. So I can only participate in buys that are within this level here. And if I switch to the daily time frame, the same thing. The only legit way I can say buy is if price comes back at this point here. Uh, this is the only way I can, when price comes back at this level here, just try to, yeah, okay. Because I know once price retests here, uh, I can buy at this point, but I can buy at that point, but I can't buy at this OG level because if you see clearly, there is also another OG level here. But this one is way closer to my higher low, and my interest is buying within this level here on the daily time frame. This is my interest. This is where the daily is still bullish and the weekly is still bullish, is within this zone. Okay, so this OG level, this is why you've seen me faint it. Okay, and I've only kept this one because this is my weekly point where I will know that price has gone bearish. So in this case, I only have two positions where I can buy from, either at that level or at this zone here, uh, which makes sense because this is within our OG level here, right? This is within our OG level, if you can see. Uh, okay. So right now I'm just trying to pick out the pairs that haven't yet started a deeper dive. So that's what we have. So this one can still remain here. At least we are still in the same direction. For this one, I want buys, but I have to wait for the daily to go bullish once price is at this point here. That's the only bad part, meaning I need a lot of waiting. Uh, Eurocard also, I want price to come back at this level. But if price breaks above this point, this means that let me see. There's something trickier about this pair. What I was talking. Okay, so here you can do it two ways. Where we wait for the weekly to break above this level, then we buy based off a retest here. Okay, or we can wait price to come back at this zone and then buy at this level here. Mm, any of these can happen, right? But for AUD USD, the only bad part is price has made a new higher high on the weekly. No, we did make that higher high. Wait, see. Let's see if we got that high. We really got that high. Okay, price failed to make that higher high. So since price failed to make that higher high, this still stands as our higher high and this is our higher low. But if you look at the daily time frame, you can see that we still need price to come back at this level and then give us an entry. Okay. Same with Eurocard. I still need price to come back at this level and give me an entry here. Okay. Uh, but in this case, I will only remain with which one can I remain with? I will only remain with Eurocard because AUD card is wait, let me use the for daily time frame. USD card, this is something for next week. Let me just put this here. AUD card. Oh, NZD card can remain definitely is for this week. It's going nowhere. Euro card. mm, you can see that price is still bullish and in the retest at this level. The only bad part is if price breaks above this zone on a Monday, then this trade is gone. AUD card. Uh, Okay, let's just put these two next week, then we'll analyze them if we add them. Because a Euro card and AUD card, they are all going the same way. So it's just a matter of me picking which one makes sense and which one is most likely to retest its level before breaking its high. Because all of them are due to break this high. You can see they all want to break this high. But the only thing is which one is most likely to come back and retest this zone before it gives the break. But we'll deal with that. And then among the pending area, among the pending pairs, let's see if we have any that we'll look at this week. So this is USD Euro CHF. Mm, if you remember, I was telling you I've been wanting to sell this. And this pair means that it will continue selling, but it doesn't just give me a retest of at the level where I need it to be. So you can see even the weekly time frame, look at this kind of close. This is a very nice pin bar, but and the daily had a very nice break retest engulfing push and the break below here. So price might continue making lower lows and lower highs. The daily time frame. This is clean, but if you remember, the price didn't give us an entry at this 4-hour OG level here. So since we didn't get that entry, we can't do anything in this pair. Price left us, and price has made a new lower high and a new lower low. So the only OG level we have is this same point here where I am. So we missed this one. AUDJPY. I wanted to buy this pair, but I needed the daily to go bullish first. But let's see if the weekly is bullish. Okay, the good part here is now we have the weekly being bullish. As you can see, we've taken out this high. Okay, so the only thing that's left is waiting for the daily to go bullish, meaning if the daily gives us a break above this level. Okay, so once we get the daily break above that, then we wait for a retest at this point here, because we only have one level where price can retest from, which is this point here. And if when price comes back at this level, you can clearly see that we have this head and shoulder pattern here, left head, right, and once price comes here, gives you the engulfing, you get there, buy, right? Sure you guys get that, but firstly, we need the daily to break, which is the Monday, to give us a break here. So that when the daily breaks, at least we will have a price, we have a point where we expect to have our target, and we only have one OG level in the daily time frame, which is this same spot here. So this is where we have 1, 2, 3 touches just here. Mm. So it's a bit risky, and I like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, but I really wanted the daily to break above here, but this might happen on Monday tomorrow. You can get next week you can get that break. Then we just start waiting for price to come back at this level and give us that entry we need. So this can be ready tomorrow. On sorry, on Monday or the other week. Depends, but okay, this one we can maybe work with this. AUDNZD. The weekly is bearish and the daily is now bearish. So since the weekly is bearish like this now, we need that first entry which comes with a weak pullback at this point here. So meaning I need my daily time frame and my 4 hour time frame to come back at this level. And the daily to show me it's what it's holding. Meaning the 4 hour should come back at this level and it should shift and then it should give me that entry I'm looking for. Okay. So for now, we can also push this one here. Then AUDNZD, I think those are the only ones we analyze. Then AUDNZD, I've told you I can only buy once price makes a new lower low. Because right now the only way I can buy is at this point, above this point. So I need this price to break below this level and give me that shift in the daily time frame, but it doesn't want to do that. So there is nothing I can do next week because the weekly is bullish. This is the weekly higher low and this is the weekly higher high. So we just wait for now. So nothing this week. Next week, GPP card. You can see that price is reacting at this nice OG level. though it's closer to my daily time for my daily uh lower high. If you put that the 4 hour time frame also, you can see this is the 4 hour time frame. It's only right that price might be ready to sell once we break below this 4 hour level here. This for higher low, which is lower higher low, yeah, which is this one. You see, so I just have to wait for price to break below this level, and then we can sell. Okay, that's why you've seen me now doing that. This need the daily to come back and break above below this zone, then it will be ready to sell. Hey, GST JPY. Uh, where price is kind of fun. If you do something like this on the daily time frame, this level is very okay for buys. If you do this, you can see we have one, two. If we maybe even try to extend it to this level here, yeah, you can see we have one, two, three, and we have one, two, three, four, 5 points. Okay. And if you can see, I've told you price will now keep on making higher highs and higher lows until price is at this level. So let's see in the 4 hour time frame what we have. So in the 4 hour time frame, we can see that even the 4 hour time frame price is bearish, is bullish. Uh, price has taken it's bearish now. Price has taken this higher low and it's bearish. So the only way we can buy is if price takes over this higher lower high, meaning we now need price to make a new lower low, and then we can shift and then buy. Okay, so this is the analysis. So this one qualifies. We can deal with this week. AUD USD GBP AUD. I need to look for sales, but the daily is bullish. So I need my daily to go bearish first of all. So it has to break above this bullish higher high. You can see what I've been trying to do. Breaks above this higher high, then shift so I can sell. So I'm still waiting because the only way I can sell is if price shifts there or price breaks below this zone. So pending for now. GPUSD the same. I need price to make a lower low before I buy, or price to break above this lower high before I can buy. So I need a little waiting there. Same with Euro USD. I need price to break below so I can sell, or price to break above so I can then sell. Uh, Euro AUD. This is just for learning purposes. I've been teaching you lately. So you see, just like that, these pendings are out. And now all we have to do is sort out these ones here and see which other 4 or 5 will join. And in fact, let me do this so this becomes interesting. Yeah, let me do this. This should be interesting. Mm, so we can deal with two for now. Next time we meet, we'll deal with the other two. Then we can deal with one before sleeping. Tomorrow, two, the other two, and one before sleeping, just like that. So let's start with NZD USD. NZD card, sorry. So NZD card, you can see that price is now bullish. Either we use this line chart or we use the candlesticks. You can clearly see that price is bullish. And this is our higher low, and this is our higher high. This was our previous higher low, and this was our previous higher high. But price took out this higher high, So by taking out this higher high, we have updated our higher low because this is the low, the highest lowest point that led to this break, right? Yeah, so now that we have that, we switch to the weekly time frame. Okay. So in the weekly time frame, you can see that price is also bullish in the oh no, since it's a new month, I forgot. We are approaching a new month, we have to start with the monthly close. So you can see that the monthly has closed with a very nice double bottom. Okay, a very nice double bottom. Even though the monthly is bearish, you can see the monthly is bearish. It hasn't broken either above this level. This is the monthly lower high, and this is the monthly lower low. So the monthly is bearish, but by the look of these things, uh, we can catch a counter weekly buy targeting this other monthly position here. Mm, so then, what we have is this nice monthly uh, bearish bullish close and a very nice engulfing 1, 2, 3 candles. So this is solid. So even on the monthly, you can expect price to reject with a weak pullback at this point and continue buying, right? So we have the monthly cleared out. Now we have the daily time frame. The weekly time frame is also the same thing. We just have one spot where we can buy from, the perfect spot, and it's this same level here. You can see the number of touches we're having, right? And you can see how many times I've bought from this level. One, two. Uh, I've not just put any. By any time price was at that level, I was buying. Okay? And then now since we're at this point, I need price to retest this level so I can buy. That's my weekly analysis, and you guys know it. Even if I use this scenario, you can see this is my high low, and this is my high high. So I can only catch for buys, can only look for buys within this level going that side. Okay, this is the weekly time frame. And the reason why I've not put this OG level quite alright on the weekly time frame, it's there, it can be used as another OG level here. But if I switch to the daily time frame, you'll see that at this point the daily is going bullish, bearish, you see? This is the last point before price goes bearish, so it's very hard for me to buy from that zone, you see? This level here. So now that's why you have me saying you have me fainting this line, but I've seen it's an OG level. Okay. So since we've broken above this level and we've also broken above this previous daily high, our interest is at this point here or at that point there. Okay. So, mm, since this is our interest, we'll be looking for buyers at this point here or there. So, you can now close this. And it's stuck like that, just like that. We have our entry. We have our entry at this point as our first level where we can look for buys, or at this point. Okay. Mm, and if we now switch to the forward time frame, we'll come to find that the forward time frame is also very much bullish. And all we need to do is wait for price to come back here and give us our buy. That's all. And what would be nice is if the 4 hour tried to make a new higher low and a new higher high, then shifts it so that when price comes back at this point, price will be bearish, you see? So that when price is bearish, I just have to wait for price to shift, meaning it can even give me a weak pullback at this point, then shift so it can show me that, okay, price has no use of coming back to this point and we can buy. This is the best scenario I'm looking for, where price makes a new higher high, then goes bearish on the 4 hour time frame on its way to retest my level. So that once price shifts at this point, I will know that price has no intent of going further up and it wants to buy. So this this trade will be legit for buys at this point. Okay. Uh, then if we get that, then we'll call it a trade. But again, it's just things, just scenarios will happen. So in this same case, we can just find maybe we have a week where price just gives us a deep retest like that with no any high. In that case, we are just waiting for price to come back at this zone here. This is my OG level where price broke from. And once price is at this point, we just wait for an engulfing, an entry signal. Then we can buy from here. Okay? Then we can buy from here. But the only good thing that we might maybe look out for is wanting to see if the daily will hold. You see? And for us to see that the daily, for us to see that, for us to see that the daily will hold, this means that the daily should have this retest and should have this deeper pullback you've seen me talking about, where price kinds of react this at this point. Because once price reacts at this point on the daily time frame, we will have something like this. We have this push, we'll have another push, and then the other daily can give us that engulfing. Okay. And by the way, all these candlesticks are having uh weak pullbacks, just so you know. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about, where price can do something like this, and then we can call this a very nice buy. Okay? Because I'll know that price has retested and price has engulfed. Price has shown me that it's holding. This is a perfect buy. Okay? And now, how will this whole thing happen? This will only happen if price comes back at this point on the 4 hour time frame, but it's bearish. Okay? So that when I mean it's bearish, it will take out this it will be, let's say this is the 4, it will come back making these moves. Okay? So that once it's at this point, I won't be ready to buy. I'll be waiting for price to make a deeper lower low so I can shift it. Once it makes that deeper lower low, then we have that daily bearish close. Then the next day we'll now be waiting for that price to break above, which will lead to this daily bullish close. Then we'll just wait for a retest the next day or the same day around 8 p.m. Then enter our buy, and just like that, price will now fly. Okay. Mm, this is the perfect trade we need to see to show us that everything is in sync, to show us that the daily is holding at this retest. Because if it does this, we can even find that maybe this second daily candle even had some sort of weak rejection before that strong daily push. You see? So then once the price gives us this weak rejection at this point, this is a very nice indication that price as we tested this OG level, and it's shown us that it doesn't want to hold at this point with this confirmation of the daily bullish candle, and we can now buy, you see. So this is the analysis I'm expecting from this pair. Okay, and this is what will happen, and you'll see it. So mm, just like that, we see we are waiting for a daily retest. Eh, That's what it is for. And mm, so here we need daily retest and daily holding holding signal. Okay, this is the thing we need for our perfect trade. But if we don't get that, we'll see how how the trade will look once we're at this point. Okay, and this will all depends on how the 4 hour will look like. Okay. And again, remember that analysis I told you. So if I'm looking for buys at this level here, okay, and then price comes with a 4 hour retest without any break above, then fails to hold and breaks below, I'm not buying. I'll still be waiting for price to break above, retest, and give us that 4 hour engulfing. You see, as long as it doesn't taken out this higher low. And in this same case, what happens is the daily shows me it's holding. That's why you've seen me now saying the daily time frame. I need price to show me it's holding, because this might also happen. Okay. The only case that might happen that will make us not take a trade is if price only reaches at this level, then gives an engulfing and then keeps on buying. No, no, no. That won't work for us. We need price to retest this level just the same way, and uh, need price to retest, not these weak rejections we got, but price to retest fully. Mm, so that's it for this pair, and we'll see if we've had this week. But that's what we have. And USD CHF. USD CHF has been a very good boy lately. Mm, this is where we are. So starting with the monthly time frame. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I like the monthly engulfing candle. Even though the monthly has been trying to sell, you can see that the monthly didn't break below this monthly open. Even though the monthly is bearish, the monthly is very much bearish. That's the first thing. Let's first try to analyze this pair deeply. Okay, so the monthly is bearish. Let's try to remove this, and let's just try drag this noise here. So the monthly is bearish, and since we are bearish, we now focus on the weekly time frame, knowing that the monthly is bearish, right? Mm, so remember I was saying to you guys that mm, this price can be bullish if at all price shifted at this zone with this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves, right? When we look at the monthly like that, price shifted, the weekly price shifted with all that move, okay? So since in this case we are following this kind of shift, uh, you can also see And what price has done is it's closed with a weekly, what do you call this? It has closed with a weekly rejection. Okay. And also it's now back at this point here where we're waiting for sales. If you remember that other week, I was waiting for price to sell once price is at this point here. Yep. Trust me, this pair is clean, by the way. So, and my weekly higher high in this case is this one, and my weekly higher low in this case is this one. Okay. But since we decided to consider this kind of break and as a higher low and as a higher high, we should also consider this kind of break here as a shift and this kind of break as a shift. Okay. Because the all initial the clean move here is that price is bearish and now is price bearish. You can see the first analysis I had was at price. This was the lower high and this was the lower low. And whatever was going on here was just price action, right? And that's how it was supposed to be. Yeah, this is how it was supposed to be. Because I remember I was telling you that let's try to see if this price is bullish. It's really bullish as this shift happened here. And it failed to hold and respect my sale at this point, then price should continue buying and it should even reach this its higher high here. But you can see this kind of rejection. So we'll just stick to our analysis of this being bearish, having this as our lower high, this as our lower low. If you want to watch this, you can watch maybe the 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 third week of May. This is when I was saying uh I'll try not to do anything this week just to see if this was considered as a shift. And if I'll see how I'll confirm it's a shift, price will continue buying. But you can see price only bought one week, which was the second week, and the other week, the other 2 weeks price rejected badly. So if this was supposed to be a shift, price should continue buying. I see no need of price having this retest, okay? So in this case, we'll just stick to our monthly direction, and we can even see that also the monthly direction also rejected this push, make confirming to us that the monthly is bearish. As you can see, price at the break below and price at the retest almost taking out our lower high here, you can see, but price also ended up rejecting and giving us this bearish rejection. So in this case, we'll just continue with the sales and the monthly time frame. Price is bearish. Uh, uh, but on the weekly time frame, price is bearish. But the only bad part is on the daily time frame, price. I think this. Do you think we should consider this as a um higher higher low? Uh, then shift retest for head and shoulder. Retest sell. Since this makes sense, but no. Remember what I've told you guys. The higher low or the higher high should be the last lowest point, and it should also have an angle. Okay, this is an angle. This is an angle. You can't see any angle at this point. You can see the angle here. So this is my higher low. Okay, and it broke my lower high here. So this is my higher high. Okay. So the daily time frame is still bullish, right? So since the daily time frame is still bullish, if we chose this pair to trade it just because we saw this potential head and shoulder, then I've broken my rule of trading just because I like the pair. No, 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 no. We swing the pair because it makes sense, not because we like it. So in this case, the only sell I can take is if price breaks below this level. Okay, that's the only sell I can make because right now price is bullish. Or if price breaks above and then decides to sell again. Okay, so in this case, this trade at this point, it's where it is a no trade zone. Other OG levels, so we can't trade this pair this week, and we can only wait for price to retest and come back at the same point where I wanted to sell last week, or price to go bullish, then take out this higher high and then shift. So even though the line chart looks clean, we're having this shift. No, my plan, that's not how I execute. My plan is it has to be clear. It has to be a very clear shift. If I don't get that clear shift, then wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait. No, the daily is still bearish. Yeah. Yeah. The daily is bearish, sorry. The daily has been bearish for a while. I don't know why I keep on forgetting this. This is the lower high, and this is the lower low. You see? So the daily has been bearish from this point to that point. So whatever is going on here is just market structure. Yeah. So meaning, well. So this can change. This can change. We can still look for sales at this point since the daily has been bearish already. So the only thing, it's just that it's been bearish for so long that I even forgot the structure. But if you can clearly see, this was the lower high and this was the lower low. And if we can draw our 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 levels like that, we can see not any price has broken above or below. Price has just been moving inside. So this price is still bearish, and we can sell once price comes back at this point and gives us an entry signal. Okay, so yeah, so this is the analysis we have. And this only happened because I zoomed out. That's when I really saw the structure. I'm like, no, this pair actually has been bearish. That's why there was this kind of trade here. Yeah, so it's been bearish for all this while, and uh and now everything is in line. The daily is bearish, the weekly is bearish, and the 4 hour is bearish. So you just need price to come back at this level here and give you your entry signal. Then you will be set with your entry. We just need price to come back at this point here, right there, and give us our entry. Then we can be set for our sale. Okay. And this is a very clean trade because the daily even has a potential double bottom, you can see. And this is the type of pattern that led to that massive break in NZD USD, this kind of pattern. So since we're having this, there is a possibility that Monday the daily will just have a weak pullback at this point, and then it will sell massively. So that's what we'll be looking at, and once we get that, mm, that will be enough for us. and that we can call that we can call it a week. So for now we've gone through these two, and we can say we are looking for buys on this pair, looking for sells on this pair, and we'll continue in the next uh, hour of analysis with these two. Then we can call it a night at this one. The next day, the same thing proceeds until we have the perfect setup we need. So so that's it, and thank you guys for watching. Woo. Go, I thank you very much. Let's go, guys. This is 6 p.m. We delayed, but the good part is we are here and we can still do a few things before we can call it a day. So let's just go through the markets and see if we can add these two trades around these pairs, okay? But right now, where we are is very interesting in Euro GBP. I feel so good, guys, because we are about to achieve something great this month, something we've never achieved before in a long time. And I'll tell you guys once we are there, but you'll see we are about to achieve something very nice, something very interesting. First thing, this is let's go with the weekly time frame. This pair is very much bearish, and anything I have to do has to be in the interest of selling this. This is my lower low, and this is my lower high, right? So I have to drag this all the way to this zone and see where I can sell from. In this case, I have two positions where I can sell from. Firstly, it's this one here, and secondly, it's this point here, right? And so since I have these 2 points, I can sell at this point and that point, right? And this is on the weekly perspective. On the daily perspective, price is bearish, and this reduces to this point and that level right there. Okay, so this is how we are reducing our levels. So you can see that since we're at this point now, the all setup and the all analysis has now changed. So now I'm looking for sales within this zone because this is my lower low and this is my lower high, because we took out this higher low and this higher high. So now price is bearish, and the only zones I can sell from is this point and point B here, right? Mm, this level here, right? And right now you can see that price came back at this level and price rejected the daily time frame, right? And so now the only thing I need here is one good rejection on the daily level, and then I will be fine with selling. I just need price to give me a daily bearish engulfing like that. That's the only thing I need at this point here. Okay, if we can't get that, this is still fine. Uh, but let's see what the weekly time frame has to say. The 4 hour time frame has to say. You see, so even the 4 hour time frame is in line with my analysis where I'm saying I need one daily bearish engulfing. Why? Because in the same scenario, what I'll get will be the 4 hour will have a nice shift at this level here. If you can see, if you can clearly see that the 4 hour is bullish after taking out this lower high. You can see price is bullish. This is our higher high, and price made a new lower high by breaking this previous higher high. So since we are bullish, we need price to do what? Price to break below the 4 hour time frame and retest it and engulf. Okay, so this is the all move I need in the 4 hour time frame. And when I get that move, what I'm now also having is, if I switch on the daily time frame, I'm having this daily engulfing I'm talking about. Because if price once price breaks below here, the daily will now give me this daily push. telling you guys about, so that once when I get this daily push, the daily push at this point here, all I have to wait is for that daily pullback, the daily pullback that brings price at this level, and then that will be the 4-hour retest I'm looking for. And when we get the engulfing, we can now sell all the way up to this lower lower low, because this is our target point, you see. So this is a very, very nice setup. And let me see if this has any level of respect. Yeah, we can sell. No, I think we can sell all the way to this level here, because that's the weekly OG level. That's the first weekly OG level. It's this one here, if you can see it. So then if we switch to the 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see that when we enter our sale, we can either come out when price is at this level, or we can come out when price is all the way back to that zone there. You see, so all we just need is price to break below here, and then we can consider this sale to be valid, right? At this point here. This is the analysis on GPP, Euro GPP, very simple and straightforward. But you guys can question me that what if price comes back at this level? If price comes back at this level, I'll still do the same, because I won't consider this as a failed level, because I still have one more that's closer to my OG level, which is this one. You see? So this for this trade, for this pair, the good part is I can still continue looking for sales until price maybe touches this zone here. Which one? Do we have any OG level here? This is supposed to be here. Yeah, until price touches this level here. You see, this can be my last point where I can this can be my last point where I can look for buys, you see, because this is closer to my daily higher lower high. You see, this is the only point where I cannot sell. But as long as price is at this point, the only thing I'll be waiting for is the daily to show me it's holding. So even if price comes back at this level, fine. I want to see if the daily is holding. Even if price comes back at this level here, fine. I just want to see if the daily is holding. Okay. But maybe this might be a trade for next week or that other week. But in this case, we are starting with this first level here. So if this won't work, maybe we can only extend up to this zone. If we can't get any trade here, then maybe we can focus on this pair here, this level for that other week. Okay, so this is the whole trade setup we are having. It's all about us just waiting for price to give us the daily engulfing. So in this case, if the price fails to give us this daily engulfing, and then price decides to give us another 4-hour higher high and another 4-hour lower high, another 4-hour lower higher low, we just need price to break below and retest and engulf, and the time it's breaking below, the same thing that we are seeing here will happen at this point here. You see, will still happen at this point. So it's either it gives us at this level or at that level, but if it doesn't give us around these 2 points, then that's enough for this week. We can then focus on next week. And the reason why I'm very confident this price might give me what I need this week is because of the type of push I'm having. You can see the type of push I'm having right now is a flag. This is a bullish flag. If this is a bullish flag, this one, yeah, you can see this is a bearish flag, sorry. So when you see something like this is a sign that once price breaks below this level, it will sell dramatically once price just breaks below. If price wanted to buy, this thing would have been in this different shape. It would have been in this shape. Okay. So if price wants to buy, it gives something in this shape so that when price breaks above, it buys. But since it wants to sell, price has to give you something like this. So the moment we just get a break and a retest, we sell at this point here. Okay? Simple and straightforward. And for daily, for again, if it fails to do that, we still wait for price to come back at this level and try to see if the daily will give us the engulfing, and and then we still sell. But my only point where I would be very much interested in is this same level here. Cause and the only reason why I've put 2 points is cause where price is right now is in between these two OG levels. So I don't really know which one price is aiming for. If price is aiming for this level, it will have another daily bullish close. If it's aiming for that zone, we'll have a bearish close. That's the only reason you've seen me introduce these two levels, because it's in between. Okay, and it's in a no trade zone. So I really want to see if price wants to react at this level, like it did from this time, or at this level, or maybe it wants to react from this zone here, like it did last time here. So that's the whole scenario of us using two levels. But if you can clearly see, when I catch this sale, my daily target should be this zone. So this one might be a very, very long trade that we can benefit from if it just gives us the perfect sale we need. We can find ourselves all the way up to this zone here and all the way maybe up to uh, this level right there. Okay, so it will just depend on how what type of break we are going to have. Then we can see if we can sell from here. And so the next pair we have is Eurocard. This one, we already know the analysis because we had it last week. So it's simple. I just need price to come back at this zone. If price comes back at this level, we'll then look for buys, because it's the point where I've been looking for buys and price just doesn't seem to give me that. And I can maybe expect the retest now because price is at this OG level. You can see this is where price has been respecting most of the time. Whenever we are below, we are selling. So there's a high chance we might sail back to this point on Monday. So that's the only thing. We just continue with where we left last week. Wait for price to come back at this level. Mm, that's all. And if price wants to break above, if decides to break above here and makes a new higher high, then this will be a trade for next week when we wait for price to retest. At this point, I won't be joining in the break of this level, because this means that I have to wait for this weekly time frame to close above this level here. Okay, because this might just be a break rejection and price ends up going bearish. So my interest still stands. I need price to come back at this level and give me my sell buy opportunity. Then we can consider that buy active. And remember, I told you, since this price didn't give us this week pullback here, there's a very high chance next week we might get that pullback. There's a very high chance we might get that pullback to fill this week here, because we have no week at this with this day weekly open. So that's why you see me saying I still need this retest. And I can't say I need price to break above this level and then buy, because the weekly hasn't broken above this level yet. If the weekly breaks above this level next week, that's when I'll be looking for buys to then target this high here. But as for now, my buy is from this level and up to this weekly break here. Okay, so that's the old drill. We are only looking for buys if price is at this level. If price doesn't give us this break, doesn't give us this retest and gives the break on the daily time frame, that's no longer our business. So our only interest is if price comes back here. That's why you've seen me, I've even fainted this OG level here so it doesn't distract me. You've seen me, I've fainted this OG level so that I only focus on my retest at this point and my and put this one as my other OG level right there. Okay, so that's why I've done this so it doesn't affect my thinking during the week. So we have so far what we have is interesting. We have NZD card. We are looking for price to come back at this level. Then we can buy this. This looks very clean and neat, and you can see USD CHF. We are looking for sales, waiting for price to retest this level, then sell. Euro GPP, I'm looking for sales back to this zone here, but depends on where the daily gives me the retest from. You can see it's either that point or that level. And then Eurocard, still the same analysis, just need price to come back here. And I think let's do something. For AUD card, it's also almost the same thing as Eurocard. We are also waiting for price to retest this level, then sell as next week. You can see. Uh, but for now, we can maybe try to push these there. They look very interesting, and we have these to analyze. And then we can see which ones will fall in the fall next week. Uh, but we'll treat this nicely tomorrow because that's when the new week will start. But right now, this is where we are. AUD card, I would have really liked this buy, but we'll come to this in the next hour. Okay, but right now this is what we have and this is how we are looking like. It is very good. Still have a lot of opportunities in the market and we'll see where the market leads us. Thank you for watching. Uh, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sisters and brothers, uh, let's continue with where we ended. So, as you can see right now, we'll only analyze AUD card. And AUD card is still the same thing as analysis for last week. We are still looking for buys. Uh, and as price goes up here, I still need it. Still need price to retest back to this zone, then give me. I still need price to give me a daily retest back to this zone here. And then I can get a daily indication that price is holding at this point. Because I know once I get this daily price indication in the forward time frame, you know what will happen, guys. You can see that the 4 hour is bullish, so this means that the 4 hour will take out this higher low right there, and you can see price will break below, and once it's at this level, we'll still be waiting for price to what? To give us the shift. So when price gives us the shift, this means that price in the uh on the on the daily time frame, it gives this daily bearish close, and we can expect maybe even a new lower low. Then when we get the shift on the 4 hour time frame, this will be a bullish move as this bullish price I'm showing you, which is this level here. Okay, so this is the all move, right? So on the daily time frame, this is very much clean and clear. You can see our higher low is this one and lower low, higher high is this one. And on the weekly time frame, the good part is we didn't break above this level here. If we had the break above this, if we had the break above this high, then we would have changed the high low to this point. So this means that price can still retest back to this level here, and I'll be fine with buying. With only a weak pullback, then I'll be fine with taking that buy. Okay. Uh, and you can see that the monthly closed with a strong bullish candle. So this should signal us that we might get a pullback, a monthly pullback at this level, and price can continue buying, even though we'll be buying at the all-time high. And if you remember, since we've broken above this high, we need the first retest we have is a pullback. So we expect the monthly to only have a pullback and then a push to break above this high, right? Well, this is our higher low, it's our higher low, and this is our high here. So since we've had this final break above this last low high, then 2021, uh, we are now just going to wait for a pullback and then price continue buying. Okay, so just like that, if you look at the weekly time frame, mm, we are still bullish. This is our high and this is our high low. So you can see price gave us a pin bar and a nice continuation. So what we now just need is a pullback and the weekly time frame to continue with a strong bullish candle around this level here. Okay, but before we get this push, we might expect some sort of pullback back to this entry right there. You see, so that's the whole idea of our buys for next week. We need price to come back at this level, and then it will make sense for us to buy. Okay? But if price broke above this high, my higher low would have been this level, and I would have not been trading this pair because it would have been very risky buying at this point. But in this case, it's at this level here. So we just wait for price to come back at this point, and then we can see how market will react at the level, uh, which is around here. The only bad part, that the only thing that's making me think we might not get that retest is because the Monday open that had no weak pullback was filled. You can see price came and felt it. The daily was just supposed to close bearish, but the daily rejected. So it felt it. So since it filled it, there is a high chance that price on the daily time frame Monday might just continue going with buys. Okay. Uh, but if you look at Eurocard, you can see the price hasn't yet filled this Monday open with any weak fill. You can see, so there's a high chance that price might retest this level compared to this one because we've already broken above the zone. Okay, but let's still stay with the same analysis. We are waiting for price to come back at this level, and then we can buy. And most of the time, AUD card also follows AUD USD, and AUD USD also need price to retest back here. And so if price retest back here, I mean AUD card might give me that retest I'm looking for. But if price fails to retest at this level, then the chances of me getting my buys in this there are slim. But we'll see if we add it to next week. But since Eurocard and AUD card are the same, for now I'll just keep AUD card where it is, and We'll see if we can pick it for next week. That is still a good trade. Mm, so, I think that's it for today. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching. God bless you all.